We go, my people, because I be talking about the purple radiation, and sometimes people, may be new that come to my channel and they're not sure about what I mean by the purple radiation, because you don't understand. This is already here. This is ground level. You see less than 1% of the light spectrum, so you think you have a blue or a hazy sky during the day or a black cloudy sky at night. Either one, black sky or it's black and cloudy. You don't have that in the day, nor do you have that in the night. Those days are long gone now, my people. Your sky is changing multiple of colors, and one of the main colors that your sky is changing to and staying to is red and purple. Red and purple. So this is a UV chart right here. UV index right here is to the left column. 0 to 2, no danger to the average person, as you can see, right? So we no longer there. We haven't been there since 2012. We haven't been there since 2012 because the radiation in the north has been increasing exponentially over the years. So now we're at the point now where you see the 8 to 10 and 11, and actually we're past the 8 to 10 frame wavelength. We are past that right now. So the UV index on the left tells you this is monitoring UVA and UVB, and it is telling you the index, what's the energy that's being produced right now on the planet through UVA and UVB. And normally you should not get a UV reading anywhere past 3, especially when you're up in the north. And when you're up in the north, you should not. Now, your body equator, you're down in the southern hemisphere. You're on these islands. That's something completely, totally different. But you're up in the north. You should not be getting a UV reading over 3, at least over the last 6 to 12,000 years. You wouldn't be getting a UV reading over a 3. Now, here is the problem here, and this is what people don't realize. We will no longer get any UV readings or have anything to do, with this level. I mean, are you serious? Wow. This here going back. All of this right here is now a no-no. You can just forget about this. This is over and done with. So anyway, my apologies. It seemed like whenever I start doing this type of stuff, it seemed like my phone has the most issues. It just seemed like it has so many issues when I'm doing these type of videos. However, here we go. All of this right here, my apologies. Let me start over. All of this all of this right here, going back, we can forget about it. This right here no longer exists. You can just go ahead and throw an X through this. You can just throw all this out right here. We are now here at the bottom. We are here. I don't know what is going on with this ink pen, this thing. We are now here to here. And I want y'all to know something, and I'm not trying to be smart when I say this. I'm willing to even exit this out to a certain extent. And I'm going to tell you why I'm willing to exit that out to a certain extent. Because we're no longer getting these type of readings. The sky, the red and blue Kachina is here, and that's double the radiation. And we are right here in the purple. This is where we're at. And I've been showing you on the readings that is coming up purple on the magnetopulse. And you can clearly see on a solar wind that the red and blue Kachina is here. I've showed you that. So if you look over here, it says any readings right here. If you look over here, bottom left-hand corner, any readings over 11. Anything over 11 is an extreme risk of harm from unprotected sun. See? Extreme risk of harm from unprotected sun exposure. Because that's what the bottom word is, exposure. Extreme risk of harm from unprotected sun exposure. So you don't have long sleeves, a hat on your head, an umbrella, and sunscreen, you are in trouble. But even with those things, you still are in trouble now. because UVC radiation is now ground level. UVC radiation is a detoxifier. UVC radiation is a detoxifier, a germ killer, a mutating wavelength. It is altering and changing your DNA. Extreme risk of harm from unprotected sun exposure. Here we go. Take all precautions possible. It is advised to stay indoors. Less than 15 minutes is sunburn time. So like I told you, everything in this box right here, everything from here going up, this right here, you can scratch all that. That shit's done. We are now more so right here. We teeter back and forth with here, but we are right here, my people. This is where it's at. Anything less than 15 minutes. So you have to be out of the sun. You can't even be in the sun for sure for 15 minutes at this particular time and moment without damaging or upgrading your DNA. Let me say that one more again. You cannot be out in the sun past 15 minutes without damaging or upgrading your DNA. So who was out in the sun will be upgrading their DNA, and who's out in the sun that will be so-called damaging their DNA. So when you look at things like this, when you see things like this, and you be like, well, what color is that? What color do that look like to you? Huh? What do that look like to you? You think that just so happens to be this color? You think it's just red and purple? That's a dark purple with red. You think that's normal? Huh? You think that's a nighttime sky at that? You think that's normal? What do you think? That's just colors in the sky. That's not radiation. That's just colors. Not understanding that light perform colors. You understand? Like our energy creates colors. Light creates color. So you telling me that this right here is normal at nighttime? To have that dark and that deep of a color, along with a double-decker rainbow, 120 to 180 degrees. That's a doorway. That's a portal that's open right there. Things coming out of them. See, all these portals are being set up so when it's the last and final finale, there's nothing you can do about it. That's why I said God will clean this planet up in 60 minutes. It will be cleaned completely, totally up in 60 minutes, Gregorian time. But it will happen probably faster than that. But looking at this is now normal. This is why this has been, they're trying to normalize this, not all through your social, not through your news channels and your weather channels. They're trying to normalize this in what you would call the space weather reporting or solar weather reporting community, the complex cell. Oh my, look at this. Look at this. This is, oh my, look at this. Look how beautiful this is. They want to turn this into beauty, not understanding that it is beautiful, no question about it. But there is a change that's taking place that's not going to be so beautiful for everyone. Paul. So now as I get back to this graph right here, as you can see right there at the top, sunburn time. And then you look down here at the bottom after what I just showed you. And that's just one area that they showed that was just so happened that the sky completely revealed the color of it, which it is. But this is going on through the entirety of the planet, so that you know the entire planet is swimming, scuba diving in solar radiation. And this is where I tell you that purple is now ground level. It's all through our atmosphere, is ground level. And this is very dangerous for our people, because this is backing the complex cell organism up against the wall. See, and this is why they won't have a problem with agreeing or accepting these false flags that's getting ready to take place on the planet. They're going to go along. They're going to go along with it because they have no other way to live on the planet. other than through their lies, deception. And they know this. And it's all coming to an abrupt end. So people ask me, what does the color purple mean? Here you go right here. You can get a UV reading off of Amazon, $45 at the most. You can get I have one. You get that UV reading and you see 11. You see the 8s and 10s UV readings, 8s and 10s and 11. This is what you see in the UV readings. And some of them are higher than that, much higher than that. Very high risk of harm from unprotected sun exposure. See that one right there, 8 to 10 is very high risk of harm from unprotected sun exposure. Wear a hat, sunglasses, use SPF 30 sunscreen, cover the body with clothing, avoid the sun if possible. This is what they're telling you at 8 to 10. 8 to 10, now look at 12, extreme risk of harm from unprotected sun. Take all precautions possible. It is advised to stay indoors. They're not even telling you to put on sunglasses, sunscreen, and wear clothing. They telling you don't even go outside when you see purple radiation. They're not even telling you to cover up. They telling you don't even go outside. That's what don't even go outside, my people. And listen, you can call this fear mongering, you can call it hatred, you can call it racism, but it's all right there for you to see. I didn't make this chart up. I didn't design you. I didn't design your genetic makeup. I didn't design you on a planet that's not conducive to your genes. I didn't do that. Take that up with the person that created you. In fact, if you want to keep it, if you really want to make a joke out of it, see, you told my people that God created you and we all the same. So why did God play such a trick on you? And then but didn't play the trick on us, but created you to abuse us for some shit that we did to God or did against God without us even knowing. So that don't even make any sense. God created us. We're completely compatible to all natural life on the planet. We naturally evolve with the planet in the solar system. No, don't just limit yourself to this planet, my people, or this realm. We evolve with the entire solar system. Our organs are connected to each planet inside of the solar system. Our consciousness, our pineal gland, our soul is connected to the entirety of the solar system. We evolve with this solar system. So why would this individual come back and create another species that's not compatible to the planet? Forget the solar system. They're not even compatible to the planet. On top of that, created them with an expiration date for them to abuse us. Now, they had an expiration date due to their genetics. Your expiration date came through your genetics. We don't have an expiration date. You have an expiration date and it's through your genetics. So he created you. This individual came back to created you to abuse us for something we don't even know what we did. And on top of that, created you not conducive to the planet. That don't even make any sense. You should have a bigger grief or a bigger problem with God than my people should have one. And I'm being honest with you. Because you were supposed to be the last species created and you were supposed to have been a great creation because you didn't fall out of favor with God. We did. He created you to put us back in the check. And you mean to tell me when he created you, he created an expiration date? Like a gallon of milk. Once they put the milk inside the gallon, they put a stamp on there and say must be used by this time or is no good. So you literally was created with an expiration date, but yet you was supposed to have been favorable by God because we fell out of grace with him for something we did that I don't know nothing about. I don't even know what we did. And you were supposed to abuse us in the name of God. But you are now at the end of your lifespan. Wow. Wow. Stop it with the lies and the deception. This is boiling down to one thing. The sun and genetics, and they work intertwined with one another. The sun and genetics in the sun. You must have the blood of the sun and the awareness of the cosmos in order to move forward in an awakening. The age of Aquarius, the age of light, where the truth is more disturbing than the lie. Abundance and gratitude to you all, my people.